Trying to lose weight? It's time to try Hers. At forhers.com/4u, you can access affordable, doctor-trusted weight loss treatments tailored just for you. These include oral medication kits or compounded GLP-1 injections. Through Hers, pricing for oral medication kits start at just $69 a month for a 10-month plan when paid in full upfront. No hidden fees, no membership fees. You shouldn't have to go out of your way to feel like yourself. Hers brings expert care straight to you with 100% online access to personalized treatment plans that put your goals first. Reach your weight loss goals with help through Hers. Get started at forhers.com/4u to access affordable, doctor-trusted weight loss plans. That's forhers.com/4u, forhers.com/4u. Paid for by Hims and Hers Health. Weight loss by Hers is not available everywhere. Compounded products are not FDA approved or verified for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription required. Restrictions at forhers.com apply.
Hey, Steph.
Hey, Hannah. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Just fabulous.
Welcome back to another episode of Bariatric Banter podcast.
I love it. I feel like
The one
they're flying by.
Yeah, like honestly, it like blink of an eye flying by. And
Mhm.
this is my pre-birthday podcast recording, which is exciting. The podcast is almost as old as me now.
Oh my
Actually,
gosh.
almost. We're almost.
Almost.
Almost. That's
That's funny.
creepy. Yeah, that's weird.
I love that.
But no, it's like they're flying by. They're great. We debate a lot about what we want to do with the podcast. We
Thing.
want to meet
Yeah.
bi-weekly, do like what are we going to talk about? And
Yeah.
I think we've kind of landed on guys that we're just going to keep talking about topics that maybe we've covered, but we're going to debate them. We're going to bring new perspective. Maybe we've changed our mind, but I think the
Yeah.
value is that people just like listening to us literally talk about
Chat.
life. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like what
Well,
is
and I
our
think
struggle?
the key thing is I think people might think too that like we are the same. And we are
Yeah.
in some areas, but Hannah and I disagree on a lot of things, and that's okay. And we were just saying, like, it's okay to have different opinions than somebody else. Everybody's
Yes.
journey in this is different. Everybody's reasons are different. Everybody's thoughts are different. What works for people is
Yes.
different. Everybody is their own unique individual, and I think it's important to be okay with that and celebrate that, and to still be able to be friends with people who have different opinions than you. Which
Yes.
is important. But
I
yeah,
think
there's
so.
lots of times when Hannah and I like message each other and be like, I don't know about that. I don't know about
No.
that.
Yep.
So I think
Don't know how I feel about that.
we'll have a little debate today.
I think so. And like, you know what? We call it a debate, but I think we're gonna talk about things and see if we agree or disagree. And then I think some other things that we're just gonna start talking about is making these more conversational about life. What's going
Yeah.
on this week, Steph? And how does it relate to
Right?
bariatric surgery? Talking about maybe things we did on the weekend or grocery challenges or
Yeah.
like every bariatric surgery is in every part of our life, whether we
Oh my
realize it or
gosh.
not. But I think it's going to be a lot easier if we just recap our bariatric week and talk about maybe things
Yeah.
we read, what we've seen, what we experienced that week. So we've covered the big topics, but the big
Yep.
topics only go so far. So we
Yep.
can't continue to have these big giant topics every
No,
week.
and I think talking about like how you manage your day to day and how when certain things come up, like
Yes.
we not for today's topic, but we had in our house a shit of a week last week. And
Oh,
so
we did.
how do you deal with life and how do you juggle unexpected things happening and being put in unexpected situations and still taking care of yourself and still looking after your needs?
Yep,
And how do you still manage life when shit hits the
exactly.
fan and stuff happens?
And I think it's great for us to maybe to start showing people what life actually looks like as a bariatric patient. And we'll still find ways
Mhm.
to fit those big topics in as they come up.
For
We
sure.
want an episode on Serena Williams and her GLP-1 use. There's other things that we'll talk about, Christmas and bariatric surgery. But I think there's gonna be
Yeah.
something cool with the podcast moving forward where we actually just start telling you what a week in our life looked like because bariatric's always there. You had a really stressful, throw you off your schedule week. I'm going into the office for 2 days this week and I'm preparing food. And I've made a joke with my colleagues about like, I'm coming with a lunch can. I'm going to have food with me.
Yeah.
Don't make fun of me. Like, I'm bringing
Right?
pickles. Get used to it.
Yeah.
Uh, but like,
It's
just
gonna
navigate
happen.
things. Yeah. Oh,
Love
and
it.
I mean, I'm not gonna announce it yet, but, like, there's been some health updates, not in a bad way, and as it relates to bariatric surgery, and, I will be
Yep.
starting a new medication soon, which we will cover and I will talk about, and I'm sure you can guess what it is, but, little things like that where I can just document the journey of what led me to this step, you know?
Yeah.
Perimenopause, she's about to be a real
Oh
bitch in my life.
god.
Let's talk
She
about
is a real bitch in my life, let me tell you. She's been kicking
keep
my
coming.
ass lately. Man, oh man, if you ladies, if you have not hit perimenopause yet,
I have
buckle
not.
down because she is
Oh,
kicking my ass right now.
I'm not
Whole 'nother
looking
topic.
a whole other topic.
No,
So,
it
yeah,
sucks.
stay tuned, guys. We're gonna shift to a conversational recap of our week. We'll still do question and answer periods for you and all, but this is gonna be more fun for Steph and I as well. Where we can just talk about our life, which I think a lot of
Yeah.
people are interested in, like what living like this is like. So today's topic, though, is going to be a debate. So ding ding. In this
Mhm.
corner, we have Steph.
Oh,
And in this corner, we have Hannah. And we are going to
here
be
we go.
debating personal trainers. Do you need
Yeah,
them or are they a waste of money? Specifically, we're going to talk not just about training, but the first year of surgery. Do you need training,
yeah.
gym memberships, a crazy workout routine, a whole new home gym? Yes or no? And then obviously I have strong feelings about
Yeah.
personal trainers. So that's going to be that's going to be a part of it
No.
where we're going to have
What?
very healthy, friendly, banter-filled debate. Um
Yep,
because this comes up
I
a
love it.
lot. We get we get comments and I know Steph you get comments. We get comments on the podcast and
Mhm.
personally. "Oh, I wanna take up running just like you, Hannah. Tell me what you bought and, like, what you're doing." And it's like, "Yo, I waited a year and, like, a
Simmer
half to
down.
take up running,
Simmer
and
down.
I hate it and I love
Right?
it, but I hate it and it's hard." But people
Yeah.
ask all the time, like, "How do I get signed up for that class, and can I start doing this and that?" So,
Mhm.
as someone who paid for a lot of shit in her first year to now be doing none of said shit in her second year, I
Right?
think this is a good
From
topic to bring
experience.
up. And we'll agree on a lot.
Mhm.
I know where we'll disagree,
Yep.
but
I know. I
here's
know
the big
exactly where
thought.
we're gonna disagree.
In
But
your
again, this goes
first
back to, like,
year
everybody's experiences are different, right? So this is why
very.
we always say, like, do your research. Don't take what you see and what you hear as gospel
Oh
because
my god,
everybody's
don't.
experiences are different and everybody's
So
past journeys and past experiences build on where they are today and how they're moving forward. So that's
correct.
my little blurb.
So Steph, put your books up, here
Yes.
we in
Yep.
the first year of bariatric surgery, let's start with this one.
Okay.
Do you
Okay.
think, and we might actually agree on
Mhm.
this,
Yep.
people need to be investing in gym memberships and classes and new equipment and like full on massive exercise programs and regimes.
Hard pass. No.
I
No.
on that.
And
Worst
yeah, I've
debate
I've
ever.
right? Guys, we suck at debating, clearly. Give
We're
it
not
time.
gonna
We're just warming up, okay? We're
we're
just
too
warming up.
Canadian.
Right? Gosh. I no, and I have had messages about this. No. So, we've talked about this before too. Just movement. Move
Yep.
your body. We have talked about walking on this podcast before and about how underrated walking is and how people just in general, people tend to overcomplicate exercise. And
Yep.
I had a I'm not gonna call I can call him a trainer, but we did like group workouts with him, group boot camps. And this was my first experience into personal trainers,
Yeah.
which we'll get into again later. But he used to always say because when I started boot camp with him, and the group of us that were going, I was by far the most out of shape person there,
Okay.
and there would be things that I couldn't do. And I remember the one time he came up, and he put his hand on my back and he said, "You're fine." And I kinda looked at me, he goes, "I don't care if you can't do the exact movement that I'm telling you to do, just do a movement, just move your body. And he said, your body doesn't recognize exercise, it recognizes movement.
Ding,
So
ding,
his big
ding.
thing was, even if you can't do the burpee or whatever it is that I'm telling you to do, just move, just do something. And I think so people overcomplicate it, and especially in the first year, you have so many other habits you're trying to form and things you need to think about and things you need to worry about that yes, you need to, we'll say exercise or we'll say
Sure.
move, but
Yes.
keep it simple. If you wanna do more, sure. And I've had people message me because they'll be like, "Oh, what program are you doing? Where did you find this program?" The
Yes.
programs that I'm doing, I started way before my surgery.
You
So
were
these are
doing a
not
lot of
new.
exercise before. Like,
Big
you were
time. Yeah.
trying to
Every day.
do weight loss before.
Yeah, I was doing workouts every day. I was doing programs that were strength training that were set like pretty, I would say pretty intense. I was going to the gym. I was doing all the things before. So for
Yeah.
me to do that within the first year wasn't anything new. It wasn't adding on another piece to the puzzle. So that's it. Again, everybody's journey is different. That's a
And
different
when you
situation.
started, let's say before surgery,
Yeah.
did you start at the cadence that you're at now,
No,
or was it
my gosh,
exact
no,
exactly.
no. If you would have told
Gradual.
me back then that I would have been getting up at 4:45 to work out, I would have spat my coffee out in your face
Can
laughing
you tell you
hysterically,
this?
right?
Hilarious.
I'm not
Yeah,
gonna lie, I've been slacking on it in the last little while.
but you
But
raised a
even
good
if you would
point.
have like, no, baby steps,
Yeah,
man.
exactly, but
Yeah.
you like, this is a good point that you raise. You're doing something that was not new to you. This was a
No.
continuation of something that you had already invested a lot of time and energy into. It would be like someone saying, "Oh, I play soccer 5 days a week." Well, you're not just gonna stop playing soccer because you had surgery, right? Or, "I rock
Yep.
climb." You'll probably keep doing that. But it's different if it was, "I did nothing, and now all of a sudden I'm a month post-op and think that I need to go start training for the Tour de France." Have you
Yeah,
ever
you don't have to
cycled
jump like
before?
right.
No, but I should
No.
now, right? No, the fuck you
Yeah.
should not. Like, I
No,
don't agree.
jumping in balls to the wall is not gonna do anything
All
except set
these
you up to fail.
Yep.
Like, that's
But
all it's
no,
gonna
you're
do because it's not gonna be sustainable. You're gonna hate
no.
it. You're not gonna be able to do it. You're gonna get frustrated and you're gonna say, "Screw this," and you're gonna fail.
There's not like a magic moment where you wake up like a week after bariatric surgery and you're like, "Oh my god,
Well,
guys,
I do.
I fucking love working out." Like,
No,
no, I still
I
message
hate it.
Steph today going, "I don't wanna fucking do this. I
No,
don't wanna go for a run or get
no.
out there."
I
Um,
hate working out.
but I agree with you. I also fall into the camp of,
Yep,
in your first year, you do not need to invest in a gym membership, hardcore classes, a ton of
yep.
exercise equipment, a crazy workout routine. You don't need to be training for a marathon. You don't need to start taking up like a 50K spinning. You don't need to
No.
be doing body pump 7 days a week. Whoa. You just
Right.
need to move. In my first year,
Get a good pair of shoes and walk,
yeah, get a good pair of shoes.
right?
Now, don't go
Yeah.
out and buy like fucking Hoka marathon training. Like I see so
Go
many
no.
people and like, did I buy Hokas when I started running? Sure did. Sure did. Hypocrite over here. But in my first year when I was walking, I bought Pumas that were on sale and then Under Armour from Costco. Like it can be fun. And I know I'm contradicting myself because I said it's kind of fun to buy the stuff and get excited and start doing it. Get a good pair of shoes, but you don't need to break the bank and you don't need something
Yep.
insanely overpriced. It won't actually make you better, but get something that excites you, is
No.
reasonably priced because you're going to wear a hole through them with all the walking you're about to do. But in my first year, I paid for Movati, which in Canada is like the bougie,
Is
expensive gym.
not cheap.
It's not because I was like, new me, new life. And then I paid for
A
Pilates
mortgage
on top of
payment.
that. I had a personal trainer, which we will get to on top of that. And I was convinced that I needed to be at the gym every single day and then walk 5K a day and see my personal trainer 2 days a week. And like, this was how I was going to lose all the weight in my first year. And the truth was, if I didn't do a single fucking thing but walk around my block for 30 minutes a day, I would have lost the
Yep.
same amount of weight. I do not
Yep.
attribute my first year weight loss to anything I did outside of walking because it was all futile and like it was just overkill. I was tired. I
Yep.
needed to focus
You're gonna
more
burn
on
yourself
meal
out.
prep. Oh, it was just it was such a waste of time and I completely stopped
Yeah.
doing most of it halfway through and then continued to lose a crazy amount of weight walking.
Yeah. That's why they say well, I can't even talk today, man. That's why they say the first year is a gift because you could legitimately do nothing and you would still lose weight. Is that the
Yep.
best thing to do? No. Is that the healthiest thing to do?
No.
No. Is it
No.
recommended? No. But yes, you could sit on your butt 1 year post-op and
Yep.
lose weight.
Yep. And there's
Obviously, we're
people
not
who are
recommending
like,
that, but there are people who
"I'm
will
not
do
working
that.
out. I don't
Yeah.
know, I don't exercise that much," and, like, in the nicest way possible. Yoga and, like, even Pilates to an
Yeah.
extent. No, Pilates, I'm gonna throw it in there. Yoga, Pilates, they don't consider that strength training because
No,
it's not.
no. No.
And while it is
That's
good for mobility and
movement.
flexibility,
Yeah.
and it is movement, you have to walk. And I know there's gonna be people going, "No, I don't." You do, though. Like, the one thing they tell us, the one
Yeah.
exercise, please walk
Walk.
and aim for 30 minutes a day.
Yep.
And that's it. And it doesn't have to be consecutive 30. That was the other thing. I thought
No.
everything had to be done, and that if I worked out for an hour at one time, that was way better.
No.
And now I have come to the realization that I walk this little goober of a dog 5 times a day, and we're over 5K by the end of the day. And that's still 5K, whether I did it in one sitting or over 5 walks that are
You still did
15
it.
minutes, you still did it. So
Yeah.
I don't think you need to pay for all of this stuff and get a
No.
gym membership and get all this new equipment and sign up for Peloton and do all these training courses and in your first year, just focus on, can you walk a little every day and worry about your meal prepping? Because the truth is, neither of us invested in a ton of shit in our first year. Like, when I got towards the
No.
end of the first year, I started to think, running might be something I'd like to try. And
Yeah.
then I researched it before I started, but I was not running in my first year, nor was I spinning, nor was I
No.
doing strength training, which was bad. Don't follow,
Which
but
was
I
bad.
wasn't doing, like, because I tried too
Yeah.
much. I tried to
That's
do
just it, right?
too much.
Yeah. No, I didn't buy anything. Like I said, I was
Shoes,
already doing these
no
workouts
shoes.
before, so that was it. That was it.
Yeah.
Um, I didn't buy anything new. I renewed my workout membership, but that would have
Oh, I
happened anyway.
regretted renewing it.
Um,
Mother,
yeah.
so
I
expensive.
I renewed my online workouts, but like I said, I would have done that with or
Regardless, that was
without
a part of
the
your life.
surgery.
Mhm.
I think the only thing I did was I got an extra set of exercise bands. And I've
But
talked
this
about
was,
this so that, like, when I'm sitting at my desk, I
yes.
can if I'm on, like, a call or whatever, I can do some movement that way, but other than that, I didn't buy anything.
But that was already part of
Nothing.
your routine. So
Totally.
yeah,
Yeah.
get a get a nice
Keep it simple.
get a nice little outdoor workout set. Nice pair of
Yeah.
leggings, a nice t-shirt, and some nice shoes. Do not break the bank. You don't need hardcore
Nope.
running shoes. Get a
Nope.
nice, comfortable pair of shoes. And then in your first year, honest to God, and we're not fucking kidding, just walk every day. And it
Yeah,
doesn't have to
keep
be
it
30 minutes
simple.
consecutively. Go for 15 in the
No.
morning and 15
Mm,
after work and call her a day. But yeah, this is one that
yep.
I guess we don't debate out. No, I do not. And Steph does not believe that you
Nope.
need all of this stuff in your first year. Give your
Nope.
body time. It also won't, you're not gonna, like, lose a stupid crazy amount of weight by doing all this at the same time either. Walking will be
Mm-mm.
enough to help you sustain where you're going, and then by the end of your first year, I was like, "Steph, you're nearing it." You feel like a
I
different person.
know. It's
You
crazy.
want to do,
100%.
you still hate it, but, like, you're kinda
Yep.
like, "Fuck, I could
This
kinda, like,
ain't so
maybe
bad because
maybe
it's
I
easier because you're not yeah, I'm not carrying as much extra weight as I was. My heart's not working as much. My lungs aren't working as much. My joints are better.
my
It's yeah,
knees,
I
oh
still don't
my
like it.
knee."
I still don't wake up being like, "Yes, I get to get up and exercise." Definitely not. Um,
Nope.
but it's more bearable and
But,
it's more enjoyable at the end, and I
pleasure,
think
yes.
yeah, and I think about it more in a positive way. Like, now I'm like, I get kind of bummed if the weather's shit like it is today and I don't do a lunchtime walk. I look
Yeah,
forward to
'cause that's
things
my
more.
time.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
exactly. So, yeah, it
there's
changes.
a high. You get, like, when people talk about, like, runner's high or blah, blah, blah high, you
Mhm.
kinda don't believe that that's a thing, because when you're obese, like, you're basically near death when you're done, and you're like, "Fuck the high, I think I'm having a
Right?
cardiac
You're like,
arrest."
you're like, "I think I need an ambulance."
But now I get it, because, like, I went for my run
Yeah.
yesterday. It was not great. My legs were sore, my knee hurt. I was like, "I don't wanna be out here," and I was like, "Oh my god, I have to
But
do
you feel so good
5
after.
laps." As soon as it was done, I was like, "I'm gonna," and then I came home
Yeah.
and I cleaned the whole kitchen. I,
because you have
like,
so much
vacuumed
energy,
so much, and then I sat down and, like, did
yeah,
all this work, and I was like, "Yo," and then when you get tired at
right?
8 PM, you don't feel like an idiot. You're like, "Yeah, I did a lot today. I'm going to
Because I
bed
was
anyway."
productive today.
Which
Yeah,
is funny. So
totally.
you do get there, but you don't get there right away. And also,
Gosh, no.
in your first year, it's going to be easier to find time to just go out for a quick walk than it is to like pack
Yeah,
everything up. Because again, you haven't made this a routine. So it's really frustrating when you're trying to balance work, a new eating plan, macro counting, all this shit.
it's a
And now, oh
lot.
my God, I got to rush to
It's
a
a
class and
lot.
I got to like, you'll burn out. And as someone who definitely hit a fucking wall last year, like I was training for a half marathon. I was at the gym every single day. I was running 3 days a week, and then in between that, I was doing body pump or spin classes. Like, I was just go, 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 and then pneumonia literally tried to take me out and kill me. And, it like, you'd think, well, she was so healthy, though. Like, look at all the exercise she had lost all this
No,
weight.
your
She was
body
doing
was
this stuff.
exhausted.
Yeah, because I literally worked my body so hard that it was like, "Yo, pneumonia, let's fuck with this." Um, and I went down hard, and you've heard I sound like a broken record. I'm still paying that price. Like, I still am not fully recovered. I'm still having pulmonary tests. I'm still struggling with, like, lung pain and exhaustion and dizziness, and, like, it sucks, and it really derails you, but at least at a minimum, the one thing I could default to was, "Okay, well, I'm gonna go for a walk." Okay,
Yep.
I'm gonna like there were
It's
moments where
so
I
underrated.
cried and I was furious because I had built this ludicrous fucking workout plan that I thought I needed to do. And when you get
Nope.
rid of that, it's crippling to an extent.
You feel like you failed.
And the anxiety comes back really hard because you now have nowhere to put this energy that you used to be burning off every day. But I was like, well, I have walking and at least I can just get out,
Mhm.
clear my head, and take the dog. And so I was
Yeah,
able to stay on track and not lose my weight loss progress because at the end of the day, I was running for fun and for me, not for weight loss, because I stopped
yeah,
that cadence of 3 days a week and crazy in between workouts. And I didn't balloon and gain all my weight back. And
yeah,
after
exactly.
pneumonia, I only ate donuts. Doctor recommended, but they were like, you need sugar and carbs. Like you are
Yeah,
quite
eat
you,
something.
this is not good. And I was like, I could fuck with an Nanaimo bar right now. And so, like, for 2
Yep.
days, I ate Nanaimo bars at home. I'm like, "This is the best day of my
This
life."
is
Uh,
I should
but
get pneumonia more often.
walking. Okay, let's
Yep,
debate
underrated to it.
the hot, hot, hot topic, personal trainers. And I wanna preface
Yep.
this by saying, I mean absolutely no disrespect. It is a reputable business. There are some amazing people out there. Please don't think that I'm personally calling anyone out or doing anything. But here's debate number 2. Ding, ding.
Yep,
Personal trainers.
yep,
Are they worth it? I'll say for bariatric patients
yep.
in the first year. I'll say in the first year because we like what we debated was really
Oh,
like,
in
do
the
you get
first
a fever?
year?
Or
See, so
just
that my opinion on them is different if we're looking at overall or if we're looking at in the first year. In the
well, let's
first
do overall
year,
then. We can do
oh, overall, 100%.
okay.
100% worth
I
it.
disagree.
Now, that the caveat I have is if it's the right trainer for you. Not
Mm,
all trainers are worth it.
yeah.
Definitely not. Hard pass on that. But for me, I had 2 that were phenomenal that I would recommend to anybody any day in a heartbeat. I wish I could still work with them. 100%. I am so thankful and grateful for the time I had with the trainers I worked with. I think I would not be in this position or be able to have gotten to this position without some of the input and support I had from them, one in particular, hands down, for sure, and he
So
knows that.
I know him, which is awesome.
I know,
Um,
right? I
I
owe
kind
a
of
shit ton to him.
and I mean he's a pretty incredible
Yeah,
person. I fall in the category of I do not think that they are worth it.
yep.
Um And this is just from my own personal experience.
Yeah.
While I was obese, I had multiple personal trainers from various places. Yes, I've tried the shitty ones from the gym. I'm sorry, those are just probably teenagers that they put through like an hour of
Yeah,
training. I've had professional trainers, I've had at-home
yep,
trainers, I've gone to special private gyms with trainers. And I just genuinely think it's such a fucking waste of money for people that they could invest in other places, like doing online. Like I love we're not sponsored by Body, but like I love the
Yeah.
Body like access to
Yep.
those online classes. I think those are really cool and worth investing in. My struggle is personal training is ludicrously priced.
It
I
is
remember being in
expensive.
my
Yeah.
early 20s paying $600 a month for personal training, which I could have invested in a
Yep.
bike, in like a running club in the area I lived
Yep.
in. Um, I just struggle because in order to see personal training work, you still need a gym membership on top of it because most people are going to their trainer twice a week because you can't afford every single day. You just
Yeah.
like
No.
that's so
It is
expensive.
expensive. Yeah.
And 2 personal training sessions a week is not gonna do enough for you. If you just do the training and then go home and do nothing, which a lot of people do, right? A lot of people
Yes.
think
No,
that
it needs to be it needs if you're only seeing them, so I saw mine once a week, and then my workouts got programmed into an app, and I would
yes,
go to the gym and do that, and I think I was spending probably around $300 a month, on it. For me, it was accountability and support. And I'm just the kind of person that I need, and that's why I love the body stuff that I'm doing now because I have a community, I have a group, we post
yes,
our workouts, we do all that stuff. For me, it really was I need accountability. Number 1, I need somebody to teach me what to do because I need I need a foundation. Number 2, I needed that accountability. I needed the somebody to we'll say monitor me and check in on me and kick my ass if I wasn't doing what I was supposed to be
I
doing,
do get
and
that, yep,
I needed that support, right? I needed somebody because I'm the kind of person I need positive affirmation. That's just who I am. I need somebody to tell me I'm doing a good job. And so all of those things for me are what I found. Now, like this trainer, like you said, you know him too. He's just a phenomenal human being. But I saw him also every day at work, which was part of it. And I think that also made a difference because I
yes,
had to be accountable to him, not just at his gym, but also when he would see me in line at lunch or he would see
yes.
me at my desk. And was I having a bowl of chips or was I having a fruit? But his for me, it was the accountability, the fact that I just knew I had him as support and I knew he was checking in on me and keeping me in line and in check because I'm the kind of person this is why I got to where I was, that if I didn't have that accountability and if I didn't have because I didn't have it to myself. I wasn't accountable to myself, clearly, or I wouldn't have been in the position I was in. I needed that person to keep me in check, and so that combined with teaching me what I needed to know, having that one-on-one time, and just him being a phenomenal trainer, I saw results with him, and then COVID hit, and we couldn't do workouts because of COVID, and then we moved, and then shocker, I put the weight back on.
Yeah,
Um, so I think, yeah, like, for me, just based on my personality, based on his demeanor, the kind of trainer he was, for
yeah,
me, I found it so incredibly invaluable, and just the things he taught me about myself, the the real life wake-up calls that he gave me are things that I
which is nice.
still yeah, that I still look back on today and I still
Yeah.
incorporate into my day to day.
And I don't
Yeah.
disagree that, like, a lot of people need accountability, and that
Yeah.
was one reason I went to personal training, was I
Mhm.
clearly wasn't going to the gym, and I felt like I didn't
Right.
know what I was doing at the gym, and so in
Yeah.
my mind, personal trainer will give me a plan and help me get there faster. Um, I injured myself quite badly with a personal trainer.
Mm.
I was doing deadlifts, came up, threw my back out, that took years, like, I still have
Yep.
there are benefits, like, don't get me wrong. However, I'd say even the 2 years before surgery where I was seeing a personal trainer 2 days a week, and I did have a little
Yep.
gym membership, and I was trying like, I just felt like the money I was spending and what we were like, I wasn't seeing the results. Now, part of
Right.
that is on me. There was probably a lot more I needed to do outside of it, but I think a lot of people fall into 2 categories where, yes, they do have the time to go to the gym every single day in between
Yep.
personal training, but I think the vast majority are looking for training to kind of be that really hard workout they get twice a week. And then
Yeah.
in between, they'll maybe walk. And the thing
Yep.
was, walking and personal training wasn't doing fuck all for me. And I believe that if I just invested that money elsewhere and just walked
Yep.
every single fucking day, I would have seen better results. I fall into the category of this is the debate. Now I remember If you're morbidly obese, I do not
Yep.
think you need a personal trainer at all. I think personal trainers are better suited for post weight loss conditioning. You want to
Mhm.
get your muscle mass back. You want to start building stronger muscles and legs. I struggle to say that personal trainers will help you lose weight. I think in your first year, at a minimum, no, I don't think in your first year you should be paying for a trainer. I think you should just be out walking. And then I think once you've hit where you want to be, I think maybe a trainer would be really great to build a strength program for you to help you really
Yep.
figure out like how to get my arms are flabby. How do I build muscle
Yeah.
in my arm? How do I
Yeah.
strengthen my
No,
back, my
I don't think
legs?
you need them in the first year. In post bariatric first year, no, I don't see the need for a personal trainer in this first year. Like you said, if I were to go back to a trainer, it would be a- after the first year. Then, like when I want to start working on more toning, more actual hardcore strength, if I want to get back into more heavy lifting, if I want that kind of stuff. But first year, no.
And it was hard. Like, the trainer I had during my first year, like, it was difficult. Like, I
Yeah.
sweat a lot. It was,
Yep.
whoa, I felt really good. But then I just kept thinking, I'm not seeing toning results or like because that was the big
Right.
thing when I was seeing a trainer in my first year. I was like, I want to avoid as much loose skin as possible. Let's work on toning
Yep.
and and I just remember kind of one day going, holy fuck, why am I spending $600+ a month?
Yeah,
Like, it
that's
was
crazy.
definitely more than that because it was 2 sessions a week and each session was like $85. So it was like it was a
Yeah,
lot.
that's
And
crazy.
I was like, on top of a gym membership, on top like
Mhm.
maybe I just need to be walking and losing the weight and I could do this at home. And that like when it comes to being morbidly obese, I think it was such a waste of my fucking money to have paid for that. I think that what I really should have invested in was like a therapist that focused on food addiction.
Yep,
I should have focused
that's a
on a
big one.
dietitian. I should like, I'm not trying to say there's not a world where personal trainers are really important. They are. But what I'm
Yep,
trying or where I fall in the debate is I think there's many other things that you need to invest your money in to fix first in training. Because if you are like
yeah,
I was, you were not committed to the rest of that. You did not know how to meal prep. You were not
yep,
working out every single day. And it's like sometimes it's too much. Like your
yeah,
workouts are so fucking intense that you literally
yep,
can't do anything the next day or
yeah,
two.
totally.
Versus a trainer going, all we need to do is go out and let's go for a hardcore walk for 30
Yeah,
minutes and then we'll do some like bicep and shoulder
yeah,
work.
right, and that's why I think what you said, like, everybody's preferences are different, your needs are different, your past experiences are different, so you have to find what works for you, right?
I
And you
agree.
can't just say, "Well, this is what this person did, and this is what this influencer did." Great. That doesn't mean it's gonna be what motivates you and what fuels you and what gets you going
Correct.
because your and I posted about this morning a little bit in a reel, but like your why and what you need to empower you is going to be different than everyone else, right? So as you can see,
Exactly.
like Hannah and personal trainers, not happening.
I don't
Steph and
like them.
personal trainers, potentially good. If I lived near this old trainer, once I get past my first year, I would hands down go back and work with him. But again, we have different things that fuel us. We've had different experiences.
I think
We
that's
have
the key.
different motivations, right? Like everybody's view is different in general. So that's why we always say when it comes to anything we talk about on this podcast, do your research,
Yes.
ask the
And do what's best
questions
for
and
you.
do what works for you. There's certain things like we've said, movement is a non-negotiable. But how you do that movement, where you get that movement from, what type of movement you do, that's going to vary from person to person. Even Hannah and I don't like the same types of movement all the time. Like I had to jog
Nope.
beside my kids last night. In now, granted, I was wearing heeled Blundstones on a gravel road. Not ideal. But I had to jog beside my children yesterday. And
Oh,
all I
that's
kept
funny.
thinking was, shoot me in the face. This sucks. But they were having so much fun. So I did it. Meanwhile, there's Hannah that's like, let's go run 5K.
Yep.
So we're
But we're
going
different.
to be different. And that's fine. That's
Where we
okay.
align is in walking. Neither
Yeah.
of us would
Movement,
ever
movement.
fight each
Move,
other on
move.
this. Yeah.
Hard pass. No, walking at a
Only
minimum.
walking. Minimum. That's all that like honestly,
Yep.
at the end of the day, if we fought about everything else, about strength versus not strength, all that, we fall into the please try to move every day.
Yeah.
And
There are
it
certain
doesn't
non-negotiables.
and that's one that we agree on. But yes, you've nailed it. my experience different than your experience.
Yeah.
There's people out there who've had exceptional experiences, and personal training is accountability and just makes sense. I think what I prefer is more like running groups or like groups that I can
Yeah.
join that help me stay accountable. But I also like, would I try your trainer? Yeah, I would actually, because I now know more about asking the right questions and saying,
Right.
"This is what I want," versus
And
just
what you
them going,
need.
"You're do this and do this." And I
Yeah.
don't want to go to a personal training session and feel like I have to literally give 150% of my energy to finish it. Like,
Exactly.
that's not
Exactly.
okay. I want slow, controlled,
Yeah.
weightlifting. I don't want hit CrossFit, let's go,
No.
go, go,
No.
sweat till I feel like I'm gonna faint. Um, I know more now than I did then, but yeah, I
Totally.
still fall in, if you're morbidly obese, I don't know if I'm gonna change my mind on you needing it, but
Yeah.
I think where I agree that they make sense is when you're looking for that toning, that yeah,
Structure.
that, like, I don't think I see them as the weight loss answer. I see them as you've kind of handled some other aspects first, and the
Now what?
money thing is better invested in a good therapist for food addiction, a good dietitian, a
Yep.
naturopath, like other things. And then a personal trainer comes when you've got the rest figured and, comes to build a plan for you versus just, I think that was the problem I had with the one
Yeah.
trainer. I kind of felt like, where the fuck are these moves coming from? Like, why are we doing some of these things?
Mm.
It
Yeah.
just didn't feel like, A, I wasn't enjoying it as much as I should. Not that you're going to be like, eh,
Yep.
but I would at times be like, "No, I don't like this. Like, I don't feel like this is
Yeah.
doing anything for me. My muscles are not activated the way that you keep saying they should be." And some of the moves I was like, "No, my back is gonna get really fucked up from this, and I'm
Yeah.
not
See, that's
doing
not.
this." No, and it
No,
just
you need
wasn't
to.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like and that's what like the fit is important too, right? And that's just like not every trainer is going to work for everybody, right? Some people don't like that. I don't say mushy, but like I had a good mix of pulling me aside and giving me a very blunt, like, no, Steph,
Yep.
shut up and do this because you have no choice,
Yep.
mixed with the let's take a minute, calm ourselves, let's have a chat for a sec. Like, what's going on? Like, a mix of the two, right? And
Mhm.
again, like, not everybody's going to fit with everybody. Everybody likes different styles, and that's fine.
Exactly.
So at the end of the day, keep it simple. Set yourself up to succeed. Don't go
Yes.
balls to the wall and just start with small movement and build from there. You have time. So start small,
Yes.
set yourself up for success, and
Yes.
then go.
Yeah. Don't just dump a ton of money into things right off the bat because what you wanna
Yeah.
do eventually will find you, and, you don't need to do everything all at once. So no, this was a very good, healthy debate. As you can see, like we're different people, but we do agree on a
Yeah.
lot. And I think it's good to talk about these things and get them out there. So we're going to continue
Yeah.
to debate things, and you let us know what it is you want us to debate and beat up and talk about. And like we said at the beginning, we're going to just start recapping our week and how it relates to bariatric surgery and what worked and what didn't work and our struggles and what we learned and overcame. So these are going to get really conversational and personal soon. But like
Yeah.
always, thank you all for listening and reaching out and messaging us. We friggin' love responding to your messages. Um,
Totally.
and Steph, thank you for joining me on
Yes.
another episode. See
Anytime. I'll be back next week.
you next week, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Bye.